Okay. So, today we're going to attempt to make a damage pet. I have quite a few damage pets on most of my characters, including my ice, balance, etc. I watched a lot of videos on creating damage pets. So, we're going to create a myth damage pet for my other character. And I'll just walk you through the process. I'm going to be using crowns to speed up everything. So let's go ahead. Let's go to a quieter realm. Kelvin or something. All right. First, you want to start off with just, if you have nothing at all, you want to go to this pet shop over here. And you can just buy anything. I normally buy a blood bat, but uh, buy a blood bat. And then you're going to train that blood bat to adult. And that is the pet you're going to use to create your damage pet. I already have one created a long time ago. This is what I use for all my pets. As you can see, it's just a basic all commons, all commons. Even these stats are not max, so it's not perfect, but it's just a normal pet. Start off strong here. I'm gonna go to our myth pets. Now there is a list. There's a list of every school has a what is it called? I'm just gonna find it for y'all. A certain type of Quartzel dragon or something. For example, for Storm, it should be a Gale. I think it's a Gale. This one. A Gale Quetzal. And all these pets, the community has been working hard to pretty much make them perfect. But long story short, every school has one except for ice. Ice is a separate thing, I believe. So I'll have to make a separate one on the ice exactly. But we're going to be working on myth today. So for myth, we're going to find this Quartzel thing right here. This is the fabled Quartzel for myth. I believe this is the correct one. So we're going to look through it. I normally go a little lower to the right to find exactly what I'm looking for. And pretty much what you're looking for is for all these stats to be max, for it to have all commons in the derby section, and for it to have the things that you want on it pretty much. So Mighty, Myth Dealer, Pain Giver, Myth Giver, and Pain Bringer are all solid picks right here. And just find a few that the community's been working hard on these. Hex Train is not really one you're looking for, but if it pops up, as long as you have the majority of things you're looking for, it should be fine. So I saw a few over here. For example, this has hex trained right here. So we wouldn't, even though this has common and stuff, it has max. I wouldn't do this one only because it has hex trained. So we're gonna start here with Young Bailey. Has everything we need. We're gonna hatch. Okay. Right off the bat, we did get a myth pet, so that's great. Let's see how much gold I have. I'm going to save my gold because I don't know exactly how much hatching is going to take. So I am going to use a little bit of crowns. It's not a really great idea to using 150 crowns just to hatch an egg, but I'm going to do it just because I can. Make this sped up for y'all. We're also going to create a little notepad of everything that we're doing. So let me go ahead and take all this stuff out. So here we are. We have, we'll just put it first. We have Smelly Bosco. All right. Smelly Bosco's our first little hatch we did, so now we're going to train this to adult. you only want to train to adults until you have everything that matches the corresponding of these, and this is all maxed. So here we are. I'm going to skip my games. I have a few snacks, so we're going to go through these. Ideally, you want to train your pet during double pet XP. It'll be a lot faster and easier. You can also train, I think there's like a zero energy kind of thing, but snacks are a little bit more important. So if you have mega snacks, it's a little easier to do everything. So I have a few. We're going to go ahead and speed through this. Captain Cantaloupes. Need 10 more here. Alright, so we don't care what it got right now, right? We just train it to adult for the first hatch, just adult. Now, this is where you would wait for your 12-hour timer because there's a timer for your hatching. This is where I will be speeding up on my hatching part. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your pet that you got to adult after your 12-hour timer, and now you're going to click on the same pet and find a pet that is similar, because there's like I forget how long it is in the kiosk. I think it would be 15 to 30 minutes before the same pet that you hatched reappears. So we're going to find a pet that is similar. This is what's so great about using these kind of pets, is that the community has been working hard on, having multiple of the same pet. So we're going to look. This is one right here. It's not the same one because we use like young Bailey, I believe. So this is young Callie. Everything is good here. This has everything that we need, and everything is common here. So that's great. Now we're going to go to our elixirs. We're going to reset our hatching timer. All right. We're using Smelly Bosco here, and we're going to hatch. We're going to use another potion. Again, you don't have to use gold for this normally, but I'm saving my gold to make this a quicker stream, so I don't have to accidentally gold farm. All right. So now we have Scruffy Cliff. All right. All right. Scruffy Cliff. Now we're gonna see. We're still working on it. Not too bad. Still missing a few of these. We're gonna continue. Slowly but surely. We don't really care what it gets right now. It's not a big thing for us right now, so we're gonna keep going. Here we're sitting at 220. Okay. So this is what we got for our second pet. Nothing crazy. We're then going to take the pet we just have, and now we're going to hatch again. So let's find another pet that is similar. I go around like 25s when I start looking. I'm sure there's other ones, but for now, this is what I do. This says Hex Train. We're not looking for that. Most of these pets have the exact same like stats. So there's Mighty, Myth Boon, and we're pretty much trying to copy this exactly. So we want all this to be correlated right across from this. So let's keep looking. So we're at the, we're still going. Well, a little laggy. All right, we're gonna redo that one. It's a little buggy there. All good. And let me pull up this. There's a picture we can look at. Let me see. Is it the Quetzal or Quetzal pets? So this is pretty much what the diagram is right here. As you can see, ice is a little different thing. So here we can see our myth Quetzal, and it tells you pretty much these are the default stats that this pets have. And so as we can see, we're looking for, you know, a rare here, and it's an uncommon I think here. Pretty much we're going to try to copy this exactly. So we're going to go ahead and continue doing this. Let me pull this up a little closer. Okay. So we're going to continue looking. I try to look for a pet that has Painbringer here instead of Hex Trained because as we can see, Hex Trained is a rare talent. Um, you know, that's not what we want. So for example, like, you know, this one right here, this has our Painbringer. This is our uncommon with Biff Giver probably, our triple Pain Giver, our Spell Proves, Spell Defy, Myth Dealer, our Myth Boon, and then Mighty and etc. So this one is a perfect example. Okay, cool. This is what we need. And I'm trying to copy this exactly. Let's see how we're looking so far. It's going slowly but surely. So now let's go ahead and do this again. Set potion. Okay. So now we're on Scruffy Cliff. Okay, now we moved on to Donzo. Buy a little hatching elixir. So we can take a quick little look at Donzo. We're still working on our stats here. A little bit surely get in there. Alright, so now we're going to take Donzo and we're going to hatch him or train him to adult and continue the process yet again. Okay, there we go. Another great hatch. So yet again, let's go ahead and mark this down. We have Donzo. Alright, let's see what our fourth hatched brings us. Click again. And you can pretty much see the process. Of course, you know, if your timer is 12 hours, it's going to take, you know, probably if you wake up and do it exactly, you could do 2 hatches a day. So yet again, we're looking for Pain, I think it's Pain Bringer, I believe, to be on top. See, for these, we don't really know. I don't really know if Pain Bringer is going to be up here or Hex Trained. You know, it's really hard to tell. Unless, you know, there might be a way to tell, but as of right now, I don't know it because I'm still learning myself. So here we are. We have one right here. We have Pain Bringer. Stats are maxed. We have uncommon, rare, spell proof. 2, 3. Myth Dealer, Myth Boon, Mighty. So yeah, this is another great one right here. Everything looks good, commons, and we'll continue the process. So let's go ahead, buy a reset hatching elixir. Everything looks good here. Check this real quick. So we have this here, we've done Zo, Giver. Should be here, Spellproof, yeah. So yeah, Smelly Mickey for this 5th one, I believe. Nice. Smelly Mickey, I believe. I think it was Smelly Mickey. All right. All right, let's take Smelly Mickey here. Let's see what it's looking like. So it looks like we got the rare up here. We got our uncommon. We got our ultra rare. We got our epic. We're missing our spell defy. These probably just need to be switched. And it's looking pretty good actually. We have 2 commons. We'll need 1. Stats are looking pretty good. I think when this needs to be to 260, and then we're done with that one. All right. And of course, your hatches can take a lot longer depending, on your luck. Some people can get them within 5 hatches. Some people can get them, I think it took me 10 or 11, I believe. So, slowly but surely, we're still going to keep training. Now we're looking. Yeah. All right, so this one is now finished. See how much gold we have looking at. We're at 244. Not too bad. Smelly Mickey. All right, let's go again. Let's look for another one here. Let's see. We have these ones here. Yet again, I don't know if that's going to be hex trained or the one that we're looking for. There, we got a hex train there. And so I'm put a hex train in this one. So looking. So it has our pain bringer. Everything looks good. Our spell defies here. After spell defy should be that's right, our myth dealer, boon, mighty. So this is another great one. Looks good. Everything's common. We're seeing our 260 stat on wheel, and yeah. So let's hope this is our next hatch. Hope everything works well. Set our timer. Okay. All right. We got Brutus. Our 5th hatch. Brutus. That's how you spell Brutus. That's all right. There we go. Again, you just hatch it with gold. For the sake of gold here, I'm just gonna do a hatching elixir. Let's see, Brutus, we're still at 257. Still 2 commons. That's great. Anything switch between Brutus and Smelly? Just this. Well, unfortunate. Okay. I think sometimes you can, even if that that happens, you can just, skip it. But there's a full process. Show you everything from beginning to end. Took me a long while to actually learn how to make a damaged pet. Took me a lot of videos, a lot of research. And there's also another step to, like, if you want your pet to have the skin of another pet, that's a whole nother process too. And we'll eventually be working on that one as well. But as of for now, we're just doing the pure stat wise. All right, Brutus is done. So let us continue our process. And let's see here. Let's see, Rocky. Rocky here has given us Pain Bringer. All stats are maxed. Myth Giver, triple. Still missing our rare here. Everything looks good here. All comments here. All right. Let's go again. I'm Sunny for our next batch. All right. Do I need to buy? I need to buy a little elixir for this one. I'm Sunny. See what we got here. Slowly but surely going up there. We still got 2 combos, unfortunately. It's unlucky, but it is what it is. Really nothing changed from Brutus to here. Oh no, it's slowly moving up. Get that one pushed there. Hopefully we have enough snacks to, or crowns to do the whole process. I believe we will, but there's always a chance. If we run out or we're getting low, then we'll just, continue another time. Boon. Got our adult. Alright. How much gold we got? We're at 154. It'll be cheaper once we get our 2 parents to hatch for ourselves, but for now. That's what we got. So we're slowly. As we get towards the end, for some reason we cannot. Alright, it's all good. We'll go again. Let's check the other side of things here. For example, yep. This could be a, we could gamble this one too. Some it's variety to these. People are just now training them. Really, we're looking for most of this to be good. Like first, let's look at this one right here. Just to take a little gander. So we have Pain Bringer, Myth Giver. We probably have Giver here. Spell Proof or Spell Defy. Our Myth Dealer, our Myth Boon, our Mighty, This is you could gamble this one. It's worth a try. 1245. Let's keep an eye out though. All right, we'll go with this one right here for now. So we'll do our pain bringer. Good. Yep, looks good. We just need our last little stat to go up. And we're trying to remove, I think it's this common right here. I'm not sure what this common is, but we want to try to remove it. 15,000 gold. Not bad on gold. Set our in. What's this one? Alright. We got Judge Max. What changed here? So we finally got rid of that one common. We're still at 258. That's okay. So let's go. One. And myth boon there. Alright. So keep going. Make sure I write this one down. It was, yep, 7th is Judge Max. So this one has our pain giver, our spellify, spell proof, myth dealer. The scary thing is you don't really know what this one is. For example, it says hex trained. Things being pushed here. Pain bringer. So this one, yeah, pain bringer. Unfortunately, his stat is not maxed here. One stat's not too bad of a difference, but we're going to go for everything. Might as well go max. So here we have pain bringer. Everything looks good. 2, 3, common. Yep, red looks good here. So we're going to go again. All right, we got fuzzy lucky. Okay. Just fuzzy lucky cost. It only costs 5,000. We'll do gold for this fuzzy. 259. I mean, it's right there. Now, I will be honest. If we get either mighty or pain like giver or something, we can go ahead and make this our first parent. 59 is not too bad. It's right there. Just for the sake of gold and our crowns. But we'll see. Mighty, it's a great first pull. See what else we can pull here. Bringer, not bad. Not at all. So we might make this a parent actually. Let's keep that on a maybe. So let's do a maybe parent. How about that? We'll do like that. Okay. All right. Let's see if our ninth can be a better one. Hopefully we can get eat out of the ninth one. Let's see if any of the beginning pets have changed for us. Okay, let's go back to the left side now. Laggy on that side too. A little slow, surely. One has everything. It looks like. Let's see. Got Bringer, uncommon, epic, spell, ultra rare, common, mighty. This one looks like it has everything here. Everything looks max from this side, so let's this one. I might wait just a little bit more only because I don't want Spellify. Normally you want your parents to have what you would want on them. So let's take a quick little look. See if we can find anything else. There's no other option. Agility. Agility effects. It's not too bad because it doesn't really affect much. Not damage wise. 948. Let's keep in mind that one. I think I saw a mighty and a myth dealer. Those not too bad. The hardest ones are these pain bringers and pain givers. Giver. Probably a great one. So rare, uncommon, full, double, triple, common. Giver and our Mighty that we're looking for here. Everything's common. Let's go ahead and hatch with this one. Ah, see, but it has agility. It shouldn't matter too much. Let's 2 looks here. Yeah. Not seeing much. It's okay. We can take this one. Alright, let's take a look at Queen Sam. Alright, Queen Sam. Unfortunately, this one did not go up, and this one also went down, but it's okay. See if Queen Sam can get Mighty or another difficult one. Our energy here. First refill isn't too bad. Giver, that's a pretty good one. We can get Mighty or another option. Fifth boon, not bad. Alright, so we might do Queen Sam and Fuzzy Lucky here. Do Queen Sam and Fuzzy Lucky. Our 9th one is Queen Sam. Make this one Mom. And let's make this one Dad. Okay. And let's go ahead. Now we have both of those. We're still keeping the parents and keeping them adult, so the cost of hatching is cheaper. It took us about, let's see, still not perfect, but it took about 9 hatches to get our parents going. That is a little bit longer than normal. Normally you can get them around like 7-ish, hopefully. But shows it got bad luck, so it's all good. It's ready to load in. Alright. So we'll do Queen Sam, which is going to be our mother. So you want to read this? This Rex is fine. And then Fuzzy Lucky should be our dad, I believe. Yep, Fuzzy Lucky. Let's rename him to Mr. Buster. Sure. So we got Mr. and Mrs. And this is where the cost of hatching gets a little cheaper. And this is where the cost of the snacks get a little bit more expensive. Because at this point now we need to train till we get everything we want. That means they can fail at Epic, they can fail at, Mega, they can fail at all these chances. So let's see how this goes. Miss Rex, Mr. Buster. It's fine. Alright. 3,000 gold, not bad at all. Captain Hannah. Okay. Captain Hannah. Let's go ahead and write this down. Captain. Captain Han. I'll just put actually the full name. Whatever. I put a marker in there. That's okay. Yeah. Let us see. If they fail at any point during this run, they are considered trash. So let us hope. Right off the bat, we gotta fail. It's okay. And it failed us right off the bat. All right. Let's do Mr. Buster. Let's go again. Chief of Aiden. Where'd they go? Aiden. Nothing changed there. Let's go look. Let's continue. And gave us a good start. Armor Piercer failed. All good. Chief Aiden fail again. Now we'll go back and try another time. Let us continue. Low on crowns here, but all we can do is really hope. All right. Rex, Mr. Buster. I need y'all to give us a good baby, please. Need it. Princess Gizmo. You know, I have faith. I have faith. 12. Princess Gizmo. All right. Ringer. Spell Defy. The bad news is we're failing. The good news is we're failing early. Because once you get too far, it's really unfortunate when you're failing and wasting a lot of snacks. But, okay. Alright, let's go again. Let us go again. Rex, Mr. Buster. What we need, please. I'm surprised we keep getting Armor Piercer with none of our parents having it. Just look at the draw. I think they've all failed. Or actually, one failed to the opposite one of Spellbringer, but yet another. So, Happy Ralph. See if Happy Ralph can make us happy. They're not moving. That's insane. Myth Boon. Ideally, you don't want Myth Boon, but could be worse. See if this person fails. Jana puddings, I don't know how close we are. Should out, let's see. Giver. Unfortunately, that means we do have to continue. So, fortunately, unfortunately, let's see. This is where the double pet XP helps a lot. And less snacks doing all this, so probably want to do this at a time where you have free pet XP or double. But I made the video a little early, so stream wise, so y'all can learn, and if it comes time for double pet XP, y'all can rely on this, and hopefully everything's smooth. So far, this pet has definitely taken me longer than most of my other pets. Well, the other pets aren't close to done yet, but still. Alright, let's see. Mighty is a huge pull there. Getting pretty well. Ideally need this one and this one up here. Some more energy. A lot of snacks to go. Now this is where once you reach to ancient, epic, omega are the most expensive ones. I personally only go to epic here, and then double pet XP I push lastly to mega, or I quest with it on the account that I make the pet for, and that's how I do that. So in this video we're only going to epic, only because it takes a lot of time to get to this point and a lot of snacks. So, but the process is pretty much repeated, as y'all can see. Not much changes. It's just kind of having good RNG. So let's see. So we're going to stop. This is where we're going to continue. See. So that is considered a fail. Spellify. Yeah, here, yep. That's considered a fail. Unfortunate, really. We got pretty close, but not close enough. Let's continue. Got to write down the name of this one. Oops. Gotta put him back over there. Alright. Happy Ralph. Let's just take a quick little gander. Not bad. See, he did get Spellify in his. Fortunate for him. Maybe he wants it though, but not bad. Let's hope we're getting close, really low on crowns, so hopefully a good pull. This is all right. Let's go again. Tucker. All right. And we continue. We did get agility max in this one though, on this pet. Although it doesn't really matter. Agility does not affect much, so. Put on the start. Ideally not now what you want, but yeah. Long crown, so we're just gonna have to for it. River. No. Continue. We're gonna have to refill our energy yet again. Alright, so here we are. Not too well. We failed again, unfortunately, on this last pet. Did get spell proof. We're running low on crowns, unfortunately, so we're going to continue this another time. But you'll repeat the process over and over. Ideally do this at a time where you have double pet XP to conserve on snacks, because as you can see, it gets really expensive later on once you're trading all the way to ancient, epics, and eventually mega. So thank y'all for watching, and hopefully you'll have better luck. Thank you.